guys in the engine building department, I suppose, of Advanced Automotive, and as you can see behind me, the Cadillac engine is just there. It's out of the car, as I've already shown. It's been pulled out and pulled down to the point where we need to assess this part. So what I'm going to do is run through, to my knowledge, exactly what has happened, what we found, and everything going forward with, you know, stuff we need to change. And again, I'm not that knowledgeable with engines. I'm just trying to do this more for myself to understand how all of this works and, you know, get a professional perspective and then show you guys exactly what's going on. So I have little notes here just in case, because, you know, we need to make sure we are relaying the correct information to you guys, and I know the correct information. So front timing cover just in front of us here. Oil pump doesn't look like it's been tampered with whatsoever, if I'm honest. There is some new bolts here and there, but as you can see, the actual gasket sealant just hasn't been put on properly. Sort of a worry, in my opinion, a worry to these guys here. If it hasn't been put on properly, stuff's spinning, stuff's getting hot, stuff starts falling out. No one needs that. Missing bolts as well. So you have the front of the timing cover just here, and yeah, there's missing bolts going all the way round these parts. Just take that off for you guys. Yeah, there was missing bolts here. To find those bolts is going to be a challenge. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really that interested in trying to find those bolts, but it is something, again, we will try and do. But yeah, missing bolts pretty much on every surface. As we come round, worn with bolts missing, I mean, this whole section down here will have to be machine replaced, whatever you want to do, but there is a bolt missing from the engine. So that's a bit of a shame. Now we do have some new hydro lifters, which I did notice the last time we were sort of looking through stuff. I got sent pictures, and yeah, those have been put in, which is great. But unfortunately, if you haven't done these bits properly, then putting those in is a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a waste of time, really, if I'm honest. Now coming over to the camshaft just here, there is very little profile, as you can see. Again, engine builders, or you know, people that know engines, again, correct me in the comments, but there isn't a lot of profile in this, so this is, you know, going to have to be remachined or replaced in some way. We will just come to this side to show you guys the inlet manifold that's just here. Again, this hasn't been touched whatsoever, been taken off the car, and what it looks like is it's actually been put back on with the same stuff that was used on this part here. And just chatting to the guys, it doesn't seem like it's really something that should be put on this engine, especially just due to heat and stuff. It won't really make the best contact patch. The other thing to point out is the carb, which was relatively new when I actually bought this car first time round, so what, 7 or 8 years ago, is completely seized up. It's not happening whatsoever. It looks relatively new in this bit of video, but yeah, it's not had the nicest life, I don't think, this top part. So that's what, say for, you know, argument's sake, £600–700 just to replace one of those, which is a bit of a shame. It's not that old, that part, but you know, that's just how it is. And just coming down here, another thing that we noticed was the vacuum has been cut just here, as you can see, and a bolt's been put in. So that is just something that leads me to believe that maybe some of this isn't right, just through silly little things like that, that again, an engine builder, or at least someone that knew what they were doing, just wouldn't do. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Coming down to the floor, there's a flex plate on the floor. That's going to have to be replaced, because again, you can't really put that back on the car if it's gonna have loads of other new stuff on it. So trying to source one of them will be fun. And again, a manifold from one of the sides, that would have to be replaced. It's pretty much destroyed, if I'm honest, just due to weather and stuff. We will get round to this part though, the actual engine, because there's a few things to point out. Again, I'm just trying to relay as much as I can on this video, show you guys what's really going on with this engine. So firstly, you can see that the crankshaft has had grips on it. Now, hopefully my camera can show you guys this, but yeah, that's had grips on it, obviously trying to turn it round, and it's then in effect actually damaged the crankshaft, which is a shame. Again, that's, you don't really know how bad that is, but it's not right that that should be spinning around with, you know, chunks being taken out of it, so that's a shame. No crank pulley bolts whatsoever, so need to find them. Although the pistons and everything have been machined really nicely, it's been honed, as you can see, all the way down. We're not sure if the gapping is right on any of it, So to actually put all this together and start it tomorrow and then find out that it's all not been gapped properly or it's letting stuff through or whatever's going on, it could destroy an engine very, very quickly, which is a huge shame. The last two things to talk about is really the cleanliness, because again, it is not clean in here. If a machine shop has had this and an engine builder has had this, it should have been cleaned right out. I mean, there's no point in doing that if that's like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem right. And the last thing to really talk about in this bit is that when all of this actually came off of the car, it was all relatively loose. An air ratchet took it straight off. It wasn't actually cranked properly, which again leads me to believe that it hasn't really been done the way that I personally want to see it done. So this leads me to this part of the story where I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. This is obviously a car for me that's my car. This is my car. It's not a content car. I keep up with the content on the car when stuff's done. I didn't buy this car for content. If you guys know this channel well enough, you'll know full well that this car means literally like everything you see. This camera that I'm videoing on was the subsequent sale from that car. I bought this camera. That's how much it means to me to have it back. And seeing it like this and seeing all of the destruction and the bad bolts and this, not poor workmanship, but just someone stopping and not really caring is really, really, it wound me up if I'm honest. It's really, really just not fair that something like that has happened to this car. Following on, main things to talk about, get in the comments, update wise. It's going to cost a lot of money to find the bolts and a lot of time to find bolts for covers, all in the engine bay, various stuff like that. It's going to be even harder to source engine stuff, you know, just to replace camshafts, whatever's going on, and it's going to be expensive. So this is sort of the end of the story for the minute, because I sort of want to bin off the idea of fixing this engine. So I'm now going to ask you guys, what should I do? I'm not selling the car, it's never going for sale, I will literally be buried in that car, but should I crate engine swap it with something that is horrendously expensive, but it unfortunately isn't too far off rebuilding this at the moment, finding parts, doing various stuff. Should we go down the route of actually engine swapping this car, not to like some stupid diesel or 2JZ or whatever, put like a 350 in it or an LS3, something like that. And if you do, you know, if you are watching this and you can help whatsoever, you've got a crate engine, I'm talking like something brand new with, you know, everything that you could literally plug and play into a car, let me know. Not that I want to go straight down that route, I sort of want to still try and do something with this, but at the moment, totaling stuff up, you're about 4 or 5 grand in before you've really got it in the car and, you know, labour of painting and all that sort of stuff. So I might be better off for longevity, for reliability, for everything, and for if something goes wrong, getting easy parts, you know, just the general scheme of stuff. Engine swapping it into an LS3, like some sort of LS, or, you know, a freshly rebuilt blueprint engine or something like that. I'm not too sure, but let me know in the comments below. Again, this isn't, I never create sadness and never want to do like a sad sob story or anything, because this is, you know, it's a car at the end of the day, but it's just a shame that this is sort of like this. And yeah, moving forward, I'm not really sure which avenue to go down. It's not stalling the process whatsoever, but it's just annoying more than anything. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know your thoughts on, you know, LS swapping maybe the car, and if you are UK based and you can help me whatsoever, not monetary, not financially, not to shout you whatever out, because this is my car, I'd rather pay for it and it be mine. Please let me know, because I'm not really sure what to do now, if I'm honest. The engine's like here, and there's stuff here, and we can't find any of it, and it's all missing bolts, and that's not done properly, and that's not done properly, and someone's had vice grips, I don't know. It's all happening. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, sorry about the sort of negative video. Never do negative videos, but I'd just like to show you the, not emotion, but you know, what's going on with the car more than anything, because again, this car means everything to me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll end it there. I'll see you on the next one.